Welcome back to another episode with Omni Garage After Hours here on the House of Rags YouTube channel. So we have got an exciting episode for you. We have got some products here by Pan the Organizer. These are the clean product line. So we have not used Pan soap before, but we have used this tire dressing before. So this is really exciting to use this soap. I don't know how well it's going to perform. I have no idea, but we're going to film our experiences along the way as we wash this BMW X5 behind us. So we've already cleaned the wheels and we've already done a bit of a pre-treat on this vehicle because it was full of dirt and grime and everything like this. This car behind us a couple of weeks ago was completely paint corrected and we coated it with CSL and EXO, and so now it's coming for its first sort of maintenance wash, and so we're going to put the Pan clean line to test on this vehicle. So this soap here smells absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it's a great smelling soap. This is probably, from Pan's line, the best smelling
Have a little smell,
product.
audience.
Oh, yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's a nice one.
What do you reckon the scent is?
Fresh, pleasant scent.
Oh yeah, every YouTuber on the planet says fresh, pleasant smell.
It's quite peachy.
Peachy?
Yeah.
Do you know, if you go and have a look at Pan's videos on his launch of his products, he will dive very deep into the scents. And I can tell you now, this scent is made with like 400 different other smells into it, so it's a real big combination of smells. Yeah, I guess you could say it's peach. It's a green liquid soap. I think this smells really, really good. So, a couple of little things about how we're using the soap. So on the back of the bottle here, I'm actually going to show you the back of the bottle because people don't sort of believe me what I say. It says, in the foam cannon, use 1 ounce of product for good foam, 2 ounces for super thick foam. So you can now check Pan's website and he'll actually say to use sort of, what did you say, 3 ounces?
He says 3 ounces. So he said for a 1 litre foam cannon, put 90 ml of product in there. 3 ounces.
90 ml of product?
Yeah.
For 3 ounces with 900 mils of water.
Correct.
So I have done that and I have mixed up the foam cannon down there. And then it says on here, in the wash bucket, mix 2 ounces of product with 4 gallons of water. So we'll just do a bit of in there and she's done. All right. But what's really interesting about this soap is a lot of soaps that, you know, want to produce lots of thick foam and stuff are usually quite a thick consistency. So one thing I noticed when I was tipping this out is that this foam, this soap.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
You've mixed everywhere.
I just put $300 on the ground. But can you see the consistency of that soap is really thin.
Yeah, which is going to be interesting to see how it foams up.
Which is good because then when you fill it in here and you're going to pour this into your foam cannon, you can actually get all the soap out.
Yeah, well, it's not sticking, is it?
So I really do appreciate that. So I do like to use a thin soap so that I can actually get it out and so that it mixes nice and easily in the foam cannon. So let's get to foaming this vehicle down and get into our contact wash.
So we're just filling up the wash buckets here actually because it is pretty sunny today, so we want to make sure that once we foam the car, we're ready to start with our contact wash. And we've got our product here, ready to add to the bucket.
I did say I was just going to glug it in, but we better do it by Pan's way. So there's 2 ounces there to 4 gallons of water.
Yeah, so we're not going to fill this quite all the way. This is a 5 gallon bucket. We'll fill it up to about the 4 gallon line. And typically, you know, if we're using an Italian product, Lava Cosmetica, we'd make the cappuccino here. This is a, well, this is a Canadian product, but
Canadian-American sort of product.
Close enough to America. It's sold in America, so instead of making a cappuccino, we'll add the creamer and give that a whirl. So I don't think we need a pressure washer to do that. We'll just, you know, DI water.
There you go.
Okay. And we're getting some suds.
There's some suds because we've added the creamer.
Rinse that out, get everything out of it. You can't say I got the dilution wrong. And reasonable suds in there. Like, it's not crazy. We're not overflowing. Actually, we are now. It's looking nice. Ample amount of suds in there. Right, now we can foam the car. And yeah, I mean, that is reasonably thick foam. So you could, to be fair, go at that lower dilution and still get some pretty reasonable foam, I think, because I mean, this is standing foam. Give it some time and it will start to sheet away on there, but yeah, you could probably go half dilution and still get some reasonable results here.
That's very thick foam.
I was expecting more smell in the environment, but I'm not picking it up. Like, it's very, very subtle.
It is subtle. It's definitely not like a Lava Cosmetica sample where it really fills the area.
No, this is just very mild. Like I do get a little bit of a scent as I get closer to it, but it's not filling the environment.
So you can see that that soap hasn't been on there very long and it is starting to sort of break up. So I would say that if you're using a real thick shaving cream shampoo, it does sort of come off in clumps rather than cling and run down. So I'd probably knock back that dilution a little bit,
yeah,
just to let it cling a little bit so it's not as heavy, just so we get a little bit more dwell time. Would you recommend that?
Yeah, I think so. I think this foam is almost too thick for what we're after, which is great because that means it's even more economical. We can go half product and still
We did say that we were going to go real thick, just to put on a show, really.
But I mean, we're following Pan's recommendation for heavy foam here, and yeah, no lie, heavy foam. And then what we'll do, typically we'd throw this back in the bucket, but we'll just let this sit aside here. We don't need any more in the bucket right now, so we'll just set that down, and if we need to refoam, we can. All right, we're both gonna have a turn with this. And what I'm looking for is just initial slickness, really, which we should be getting. This is a freshly ceramic coated car, as Glenn said. It is nice and slick. Yeah, the smell is something that's really getting me here, because I really expected this, given how good it smells in the
in the bottle.
In the bottle, I was expecting this to be much stronger, and it's not, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because it's one of those soaps that you won't get sick of the smell of. But yeah,
you get the
really
odd
nicely.
whiff here and there, right?
You do. It's not heavy. Super slick.
So you can see, just stop there, Glenn. Can you see those circles opening up? So this coating was clogged along the bottom there. So, you know, you want to be able to use a nice pH neutral soap, but wipe it again and just show the circles arrive. So there, as we see those circles, that means it's unclogging the pores because the ceramic coating is now rejecting the soap on there. So that was all clogged before. So this tells you that the soap is cleaning whatever was on there. So it was probably traffic film.
Yeah, looking at the bottom, look at that.
And so those circles tell us that, you know, we're reviving the ceramic coating. Just lightly, this wasn't heavy contaminant or anything like that, but the cleaning power of this pH neutral soap has done a reasonable job at sort of removing the traffic film, anything that was clogging that coating. It wouldn't have been minerals or anything, it would have been more like traffic film.
Yep.
And so I can say the cleaning ability of the soap is pretty decent. So far we've seen a really big foam party. We saw the foam going really well. Glenn's told you that it's slick, up there with some of the greater slickness, and also we've just shown you that it's cleaning the ceramic coating and reviving that a little bit to some degree, getting rid of that traffic film. So far we're on to, you know, a soap that is pretty decent.
Pretty reasonable soap, yeah. And I mean, the benefit of the Clean by Pan soap as well is that it is really economical. So very affordable soap. And I don't think a beginner is going to be disappointed with this soap. You know, someone just getting started out in detailing, if they're looking to Pan's range, I mean, I've got zero problems with this soap a few minutes into the wash.
All right, so we've finished cleaning the car, we've dried it off, we've brought it inside, we've done the interior and all that kind of stuff, but the last step of the process is to apply tire dressing. So we do have Pan's tire dressing here. This is Clean by Pan, the organizer. He says on the back here that you need to clean the tire exactly. That's exactly what we've done. We've cleaned it, we've got rid of the dirt and grime and any of the tire blooming and stuff, so now we've got a nice clean surface here to apply tire dressing. We like to apply tire dressing using a brush. I think we tend to go for more water-based type dressings because we like to spray it into the brush. It's easier to spread. This is quite a thick tire dressing compared to some of the others on the market.
I prefer this though. I don't like spraying a tire dressing into the brush because sometimes you can get overspray.
I just said I prefer we like it, and then you said nah.
Yeah. Oh, I disagree.
You disagree?
I don't like to spray. I prefer to use it like this.
I like to spray it on. I've used quite a bit there, but I've loaded the brush up.
You have really loaded that up.
I just want to show the peoples, you know. And I just like to paint it on with the brush. So you like this sort of style, do you? Drop it on.
Yeah, I like to do this because I feel like I can control it way more and there's no risk of overspray anywhere.
The thicker tyre dressings though can be quite hard to spread, like a real thick petroleum based.
Yeah, they can.
I don't know if this is petroleum based or anything like that. It's probably something similar, but it's just hard to spread. Now this is a thicker tyre dressing.
Yeah, but it's not as thick as something like a Car Pro Dark
Side. Yeah.
That's really thick.
Spread it all nice and evenly. And then on the back of the bottle it says that basically you can leave it to cure for 10 minutes and then it is safe to drive after that. So we shall let this cure for 10 minutes and see what the finish looks like when we come back to you. We've let this tyre dressing cure on the wheel for, we put it on at 20 past, 20, 30, 40, 50. So it's been on there for half an hour. So a little bit more than the 10 minutes that Pan recommends. But I would say if you were to leave that overnight, there's a little bit of residue left, but if you left that overnight, it would be pretty much dry to the touch. But you can see if I swipe again, there's a little bit of residue there. So we're just going to take off the excess. One sort of swipe. And I think what you have there is a really nice, it's not quite matte, but it's sort of not glossy either, because you definitely don't want glazed donut type wheels. But I think it's just giving it a nice look. It's just enriching the tyre there. And I think this car is clean, looking nicely protected and ready to send back to the customer. So you've just watched Omni Garage clean this vehicle using Clean by Pan the Organizer. We used the shampoo for the very first time and then we finished the tyres off with the tyre dressing. We walked you through how to use these products and our thoughts along the way. So I really hope you enjoyed the video. So you can buy these products at the House of Rags. If you want to use the code Omni Garage, that will save you 10% at checkout. We are affiliated with the House of Rags, so we do get a little bit of a kickback, a little bit of commission if you do want to use it. It's free to you guys, but that just helps us out here at the channel, helps us buy products and make good content and videos for you guys to watch. So thank you for watching the video. Stay tuned for next week's video and we'll catch you on the next one.